interested in becoming a data scientist, these are the top 5 skills you should definitely have. First, proficiency in Python. Second, data visualization skills to communicate insights effectively. This can be done in Python, Tableau, or Power BI. Third, machine learning theory and practical knowledge. Fourth, big data processing skills such as PySpark. And fifth, creative thinking and communication skills.
Juicy!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of The Nerd Chronicles. This your host, Proud Lane, certified beta male simp mangina, there's no game. The socially awkward nerd, Chris Paul, has just entered the building, live from Bear Mountain State Park, ladies and gentlemen. And what we will be discussing on this Memorial Day at the time of this recording, we will do a very thorough summarization. We'll have a playlist set up when it talks about data visualization, and we'll deal with certain examples in future videos to come to see how data visualization can be applied in certain instances for those that are literally looking to branch out, or those that are actually currently working up in their jobs, or those that are actually looking to make other form of content, whether it's social media, whether it's YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, however it may be. Hopefully it'll be like a lot more information on how you're able to actually set up your data visualization graphs based on what like a client or a company asks you a question, you do actually try and check the metrics, and you'll be able to literally thoroughly analyze it and actually explain it very clearly in an elementary level, so that basically either the client or the company could actually make sense of it all. And basically going to your job as a data analyst, data scientist, developer, however it may be, anyone in the same field actually familiar with that field, however it may be, your job is to not only deal with the analytics when it comes to all these advanced software, which fortunately you'll be able to actually pull on the graph, get it set up to various charts, which is literally very easy to do. It's literally elementary. Literally no effort to literally just post it up on a chart and post it up on a Tableau, Power BI, or MATLAB, Python, however it may be. Actually, easily as it set up, you have to do like a lot of calculation, a lot of measurements. The computers mainly do it for you. The primary job, once you get that easy part set up, the hardest part is mainly about communicating down at an elementary level down to your client as well, or your company, however it may be. So, to start off and to sum off with data visualization. Data visualization is when you utilize analytics and utilize a form of presentation to actually show the company basically what's really going on. This is what the current trends are about. This is what there could be. These are the projections that are actually showing based on a theoretical instance or projected instance on how it could go, on what the activity mainly is. In order for you to actually thoroughly get started based on what you're actually showing and actually what you're actually digging, the number one thing you have to actually worry about getting done is literally focus on the topic at hand, on what they're actually looking to get and what you're actually looking to seeking. What is the company about? What's the client's mindset? What the topic is basically on. Basically, if you dig a lot deeper into the mindset in a certain topic, and actually dig certain research on like what the company does, what field they're in, what type of industry you're actually dealing with, on how they moves basically work. Because again, those companies don't actually work for you on the analytics level. You basically work for them. And if you make one slip up, if you have like a lack of knowledge based on what the company is about, what the client is about, and what their mindset is, 9 times out of 10 you're basically screwed and gonna get sent down to the poorhouse, unfortunately. So you need to actually thoroughly know what your company is researching. You need to know what your company is mainly about, what they mainly do, and dig into research, endless research onto that topic whatsoever, so that you'll be able to be thoroughly up to speed based on like what you're yearning for. Then comes the software, right? Software is also easy. You can hit up Python. Python can actually do some work for you with certain code, but sometimes with Python, and in certain cases with R, MATLAB in other cases, it may not be perfectly clear, it may not be fully clean. So your better bet would actually just knock out the visualization through a Tableau or Power BI. And those results, when it comes to visualization, are a lot more cleaner than what you would get in a Python based on my previous experience, right? You present it to them, you see the actual data results, make sure you actually thoroughly make sure you get simple graphs. You have to be flamboyant or flashy with your presentations. Just literally just hit it right down straight to the points, right? Simple stuff. Show them what needs to be done and actually present it, and then summarize. Last but not least, you summarize your findings in an elementary way to the point where it makes sense to either client or the company. And it looks easy to actually do, and it's actually very simple for any other analytics that actually knows now has like a very deep knowledge of the STEM field, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, however it may be. It's very natural for us to actually just plug and chug and literally dig into the graphs, literally deal with like what type of concaves the graphs are, and whether or not what type of plots you're dealing with, and we'll be actually able to literally sniff it out right away. The challenge is actually trying to explain it to the client and or the company on like what really goes on, and literally try to hammer it home literally down to the T. That's why you're seeing like a lot of folks really trying to show, saying, hey, we want this experience. A lot of companies actually struggling to get some of the ideal candidates actually literally getting even on an entry level because they want like some sort of experience that can literally save them and actually make them more money, and most importantly not lose any profit or literally revenue literally down the line, especially during this period that we are currently in, which could be a potential recession, which could be like a shortage of hiring. You know, all the craziness literally going on up in the job market, high inflation, everything's literally getting more expensive literally down the line. It's getting more insane day by day by day by day. That's why a lot of companies are literally losing their minds when it comes to like doing all this stuff, and they having the current people that actually they mainly need do a lot more jobs and get literally paid them the same revenue. But you know, I digress. A different topic for a different day. So data visualization, to sum it up, right? Know the topic that the company is talking about, the client is actually dealing with. Do your research thoroughly on the topic as well. Then actually present the data that's actually presented. You can actually try and get it through a CSV file, get it through web scraping. Basically before and do that, get as much analytics as you thoroughly can. You try and do old school by actually trying to record the data from random people as well. And also, right, once that's done, you present that to a Tableau and a Power BI. Get some simple data sets, which I will be thoroughly going over in the videos to come. I will make a separate playlist for the data visualization to give out certain examples of like what type of graphs you actually definitely look forward to actually mainly utilizing, so that you summarize your client and your company. Gotta love the bugs and gotta love the nature, by the way. And last but not least is the summarization of your findings and how you're able to try to relate it to the company and the client, whether or not it's actually trying to relate it to like public knowledge or maybe like pop culture, however it may be, or whatever is related to the company, whatever their synonyms are, however it may be. You sum it up towards them and you give them like a thorough summary so that they can fully understand what they are getting themselves into. No more talking the subject, you know. Expect some more examples of this playlist to come. When it comes to data visualization, Christian Paul from the Nerd Chronicles is signing out. Good night.
We're talking more about data visualization. These are my top 4 tips that were like drilled into my brain in business school when it came to data viz and doing effective data presentations. Let's dive in. As a follow-up to this video, I will be doing a video showing examples of this. Number 1, you can just call out a number that you want someone to remember by making that text so much bigger on the slide. It doesn't have to be a beautiful visual. It doesn't have to be super fancy. Go crazy with the 48 size font and make it stand out, baby. Tip number 2, and it actually relates to tip number 4, which we haven't gotten to yet. Studies have shown that horizontal bar graphs are a lot easier to process than if you do like a donut graph or a pie chart. I love pies. I love donuts. Keep them off your presentation. Okay, besties, I need you to pinky promise me right now. Pinky promise me right now that you will not make the pie chart 3D. Don't do it. Also, I'm sorry for yelling at you. You know I do it out of love. You know I love you. This actually ties into, I'm small so you can screenshot. This ties into 2 and 3. Our minds don't really read data well across an arc. So we're much better at processing data that is like vertical lines, horizontal lines, and I will prove this to you in the follow-up video that I'm going to do for this video, where I talk about different examples of this. But as a final thing, happy data visualization, baby.
Juicy.